Welcome, Martin. You are here as the photographer and the director of the first music video. Producer, I'm sorry, because the director, he's sick. So let's start about you telling us about your cooperation with the director.
Yeah, me and Tor has made a couple of music videos together. I don't remember how many, 5 maybe. And yeah, we sort of grew closer and closer together. And this time we applied for some money from northern Norway, and we got the funds to make this video. And because the artist is not a big commercial artist, so we got some helping, and we made this. Yeah.
And how did you get the idea for the music video?
Tor wanted to. There was something we talked about, mixing the local and the global, and he wanted to have 3 girls in bunad, the traditional clothes, and but he wanted to make them sort of punk. And I was thinking a bit on Clockwork Orange, and these droogs going around messing up things. And but actually the whole idea is from Tor, and so I was just throwing in some nickels. So
I am quite interested in how you approach the artists in this music video.
He's called or Erling. He's from the same place as Tor, so they have a lot of common ground together. And but I didn't meet him until after the video, actually. But I listened to his music a lot, and yeah, he collaborated with Tor on the script for the video. So the script was Tor and Erling's idea.
Yeah. Let's hear about what the panel think. Let's start with Andre. What do you think about this music video?
Kan jeg få den nærmere?
Ja.
I thought it was a brilliant video. I kept thinking that the video was cooler than the song, which was the weakest part of the video, because it's a really nice song, but then the video is super cool, and when I'm finished viewing the video, I don't actually remember the song, which is always like it's a tricky thing to keep balanced. So you kind of keep with the intentions of the song as well. But I mean, I don't have a lot to say. I thought it was a really nice video. It's like the absolutely best video he made to it. I've watched everything, I think, and he's made a lot of nice videos, and this is the best one, I think. And I thought about the thing you said about the global and the local aspect. I thought this was a really nice take on the northern Norway. I lived there for a couple of years, and I kept thinking that whenever people make films up north, they do it the wrong way, and this was the right way to do it.
Yeah.
So, congrats.
Thanks.
Let's hear about your thoughts, Francine.
It's interesting for me as a British person to come in and hear that this is about Northern Norway, because I didn't make that connection, first of all. So the thing that struck me the most was like the opening scene of where you just had that like mustard coloured background and then the really kind of stark shot of the face. And I thought that was really, really striking, and I had to keep kind of, because you had the subtitles at the bottom, I had to keep going back because I was getting so drawn into the faces. But it was interesting what you said about the scripting thing earlier, because I was just wondering, like, how did you direct these girls to be so candid, and how did you capture such sort of normal and glancing looks from everybody?
Well, one of them are here, Lela. She's trying to hide, but she's somewhere. Well, Thor has he has this strange. He finds sort of logic in illogic things, so he explains to them what's the scene's about, and then we start to sort of just fiddle about and find stuff. And I think he sort of instructed them as they were. They got some directions, but most of this was sort of documentary on somehow level. But we sort of course, lit and found angles and stuff like that. Yeah.
Does that mean that they are actually actors? Or are they?
No, they're not.
No, they are themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Oh, okay. That's okay. Now I understand the question. No, it's they don't walk around in bunad. No.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah.
Ole Martin.
Yeah.
You can use my.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I enjoyed the video. You took my question, actually. I was wondering also if they were actors or how much was documentary, and I enjoy that I don't really know if it's a documentary or if it's fiction.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy the vulnerability of I call him a truck driver. I don't know if he's a truck driver, is he?
He used to be a truck driver. Now he's what you call it? Sick leave, sort of.
Yeah. Naver. Yeah. Because I really disagree with Andre. I've been having this song in my head for a week now, so the song really sticks. I really like the song. And I also think the video really fits the song because it's about broken dreams, and they talk about. I think he talks about broken dreams in a way. He talks about people that doesn't live like in the moment, and they've been planning their life, and they never made anything out of it. And I think in a way he's talking about himself. And it's, is he an actor, or is he more himself?
No, he used to work in a factory in Glomfjord, and Thor made a documentary about him, and then they started getting along and they became friends. So they've been friends for 10 years, I think.
Okay.
But he lives in Sørfold. That's east of Bodø.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why did you do the connection between these three girls and this older guy?
I think he says the old guy says it himself. Johnny Jompa, he's called. And that he sort of recognizes himself in them because he live in the moment and they are living in the moment, and that's actually what Thor wanted to portray: the sort of impulsive, just don't thinking about the consequences, just do what you want, and everything will go to hell. Sort of.
Yeah.
Er det noen i publikum som har spørsmål til Martin? Det er bare å skrike. Det er ikke sikkert jeg ser dere, så man bare rope ut. Okay, let's move on to the next music video. The next movie is made by Miska from Finland. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Check.
Why don't you start by telling about yourself?
My name is Miska Karjoja and I'm from Finland, city called Joensuu, and I'm here with the fireproofing band itself, sitting in front of there.
Yay!
And I work as a freelancer cinematographer and VFX artist.
Can you tell me how you came up with this really visual idea?
Guys asked me that, hey Miska, could you do a music video for us? And I said, okay, let's do. What kind of you want? Not a playing video. And you can decide. You can get artistic freedom. I was like, oh boy, let's go.
So the band wasn't involved at all?
When we were brainstorming, then they accept my idea for this highly visualist video.
So you didn't have any limitation of like any creativity or?
Just my skills.
Okay. Ola Martin, I can start with you. Yeah. You can just take this one. Yeah. What do you think about this music video?
Yeah, it's a very strange music video, and I like it because it challenges our perspective of what a music video is, and it starts me thinking about what is a good music video and what's a bad music video. And what I really enjoy about this music video, it's really it dares to be grand. There's so many music videos that's so polite, so nice, so small, and this video just has a bold grip of the music and really just dares to be grand, and that's why I enjoy it. And I enjoy being in that really strange universe that, in a way, reminds me of this, like this motion screensavers you had some years ago on your computers. Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I think the weakness of the film is that it's too long compared to the amount of ideas that's inside it. Yeah. I think it runs empty after 4 minutes. So either bring more ideas into it or do a music video edit of the song. But rather than that, I enjoyed it and looking forward to see more.
Yeah, that was a little challenge too, because the song was 6.5 minutes long, and I have to did those. Was it 65 pictures? Build them and edit them together, and it was a pretty big project.
Yeah. Okay, how about you, Francine? What is your thoughts about this music video?
I definitely agree with the word grand. That's what I was thinking of as I was watching it. And I think that this was the best way for me personally to experience this music, because it's such an immersive experience to watch. It's a very hypnotic video, it really draws you in, and then it kind of continues down one path, and then as the song adds a bit of warmth, you get these colors coming into the video as well, which I thought was a really nice touch. But I think the sort of grand nature of the plan really matched the sort of grand vision of the song as well. So,
yeah. And Andre, I remember that you made a music video without the artist. I think it was Lars Vaular. Nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, what do you think about the result by not using the actual artist in the music video?
I mean, isolated, I think not using the artist is, I mean, it's, I think you pretty much have 50% of every music video now doesn't have the artist. But what you don't have is a lot of music videos that don't actually have anything recognizable at all, which this kind of represents. There's nothing in there you can, except for the fetus in the end. There's only abstract. There's something that resembles rocks, but maybe it's atoms or maybe it's asteroids, or I'm not sure what things are, which I really like. I kind of felt like we were inside a body at some points, and then I felt like we were in outer space at other times. And where were you when you made it?
Not high.
I don't believe you, but...
What can I say?
I mean, it doesn't have to be a physical place, obviously, but when you view it, you kind of want to make things mean something. So I kind of apply meaning to everything I see. I'm also just interested in the technical aspect of how it was made. Was it all CG or was it something physical in there?
It's all about After Effects and 3D modeling stuff. When I started this project, I didn't know anything about that. And just,
really?
Yeah. Just watched hundreds of tutorials from YouTube, and You wanna guess how long it takes?
How long did it take?
7 months to do that.
7 months? Because when you're not into it, and a lot of people are into it today, but I'm not, so for me it could either be that you actually made every little particle in the video and you rendered it and everything, or it could be a plugin or an app that did everything for you. That's kind of also the weakness for me today, because everything is so available. You can just get a plugin for After Effects and it just interprets the music and makes something visually. And like Ole Martin said, it reminds you of these old iTunes visual equalizers. Which is kind of my problem with the video, is that it sort of looks like a sophisticated version of that, but at the same time, I feel that there's something more there. I don't know what conclusion to draw from that, but it's the first time you were in After Effects at all?
Not, but first time for the 3D stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's super impressive anyway, so.
Thanks.
Yeah. Good job.
Is there anybody in the audience who has a question for Miska? No? Yeah. It's for him. Do you hear that question?
No.
This brown thing, is it the egg? Please repeat the question so everyone can hear it.
1 second, please. Take a long breath. Now.
I wondered if it's the egg inside of a woman before the fetus comes. This round thing. And the universe as well. At the same time.
There can be 2 ways to look this video. It can be a spiritual path or something like that to grow another person or that kind of stuff, or it might be just having sex.
What is it for you? Thank you so much, Miska.
Thanks.
The next video we have Måns from Sweden. Welcome.
Hey, hey.
You have been working with a lot of different musicians, such as Veronica Maggio, Linda Pira, and many more. Can you please tell us about yourself and your work?
Yes, I'm Måns, and I'm a director. I've been working in the video business somehow for 15 years or something, but mostly as an animator and a producer. And since a couple of years now, I'm only doing directing and mostly music videos. Yes.
I must say, I really, really love this idea of the video. And can you tell me how the idea got? How you came up with the idea?
It was a dream I had a long time ago that was about lies, ultimately. That the truth somehow fell apart, and I was in a room, and suddenly things from the room was showing apparently made out of paper, and that I had touched them before, and then suddenly they were made out of paper, and something else was that, and then my whole world was like that. And then I woke up and thought, this is a good idea for something, but I don't know what. And I wrote it down, and it was a long time ago. But then this song came along, and I tried that idea on a lot of songs since then, but then it was like, now it works. So yeah, then I wrote a story for it, and this was it. Somehow.
And as a filmmaker, I'm wondering, what is your message in this video? Because apparently Timbuktu has his message, but what is yours?
Yeah, my message is that you have to hold on to reality somehow, and choose what is real or what is not real somehow, because anything can be an illusion if you somehow put it on the lens and watch it too closely. Then everything can be falling apart somehow.
Yeah. And how did you work with Jason, right? Timbuktu?
How?
Yeah. How was it to work with him?
Really super easy. He was along with the idea from the beginning, and he was just super positive. And there was also really long nights involved in this, like shooting for 17 hours, 2 days in a row. But he was like in a very good spirit most of the time, and just very positive, and kept the team going somehow. So very easygoing person.
Yeah, let's hear about the panel. What do you guys think? Let's start with Andre.
First of all, I'm just super envious that you made this video and not me. Because it's a really good idea, and I think it was executed perfectly.
Thank you.
So, because I would want to do the same video, and I'm not going to, but I have to know if how you technically did it with the cardboards.
We actually made cardboards. We had a day of still shooting a couple of days before the filming. Then we shot everything, and then took 2 days for printing, and then we shot the video.
And how many cardboards did you print?
I don't know, but
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. And not that many actually. In the end, it was. I didn't count them, but let's say that we did 12 or something.
So for the scene when he's in front of the couch, and he has like 5 cardboards coming out, it was actually planned exactly how he was going to.
Yeah, I mean, I could have planned it better, I think, but but I forgot to. So when we had that shooting, then I made up a scene then, and directed him into it, and then we tried to recreate that scene in front of the actual couch with the cardboards, and then he like hid behind them, and they could fall over. So
cool. I actually thought you were on set and picking frames from the video and printing them live.
Yeah, that would have been great. But
but it looks like you did, so it's okay. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say. I really liked it. I was really curious about how you were going to end it, because it was kind of obvious what direction it was taking. That the direction it kind of took, but then you had the little twist of the cardboard tree, which was just brilliant because it was like a tiny little twist without turning everything upside down. So
yeah, it's my favorite part actually.
Is it? Yeah. Very good.
Thanks.
Francine?
I think if you're having dreams that look like that video, then you're definitely in the right job, for one thing. But I was just wondering if you've had any other kind of ideas that you've written down like that you're just waiting for this right song to come along?
Yeah. I'm not going to share them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I usually write down ideas that I try to pitch to myself to other videos, but usually they don't fit. So, but I write down. I mean, I'm sure you all do write down a lot of ideas all the time. So, and you think that this would be a great film or video or something, and then you try to fit it into something. But usually, you come up with the best idea when you hear the song actually. So yeah, I have hundreds of them, but they're not this strong, because this was something that I really wanted to do, and it was supposed to be made for another artist a long time ago, but we never got the money together to do it.
Yeah, you said earlier that you feel that the idea fits the video well.
Yeah.
Why is that?
The theme about if you take too much pictures, you lose your the actual memory somehow. The memory of the picture becomes the real memory somehow, and I think that's what the song is about. That you have to try to be in the moment rather than experience it later, and so that's how the idea fit the video, was that as soon as he takes a picture of something, it becomes unreal somehow for him. He should have just treasured that memory instead of trying to capture it and hold on to it too strong.
Do you have any more questions?
And that was it.
That's it. Anyone in the audience have any questions?
No. I'm not sure actually, but someone wrote something about on YouTube about what she would think about being name dropped that way, but I'm actually thinking that she would somehow enjoy it, somehow to be recognized in the song. I don't know about the video. I'm not sure actually.
Have she seen it?
No idea. But she was the video was shown at the Fotografiska Museum in Sweden, along with an exhibition of hers. So maybe there's someone made the connection somewhere.
Well, thank you so much, Måns. Let's move on to the next music video by one of Norway's top music photographers, Stian Andersen. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
First of all, you have a lot of different experience. You know the business quite well, and why don't you tell us about your journey?
From the beginning, you mean?
From the very beginning.
Oh my God! Do we have time? No. I mean, yeah, I've been working as a photographer from the 90s, specializing in music photography. So yeah, you can say I know the business. I knew it quite well when I started directing music videos. I've been shooting a lot of album covers, photo books with different artists, exhibitions and so forth. Yeah, and I've been directing music videos for 2 years now. To cut it short, that's the short version.
Yeah, the short version. Yeah. In this music video, it looks like you've been touring with Røyksopp and Robin. And was it a plan all along that this should turn out to be a music video? I
mean, the thing is, we decided that I was to go along on the tour, not knowing what this is going to be end like. But I had this plan and dream, tricky plan, to persuade the band to do a live music video, because they have a lot of requests of doing this all the time. Could they do a music video? Could they do a documentary? And with Røyksopp and Robin, they are kind of a secret. They never let cameras in backstage and all that. And when they said yes for me to go along on the tour, I was thinking that okay, they don't know what this is gonna end like, but I'm gonna it's gonna be a music video. I knew it so all along. And I did the first live date was in Barcelona in Sonar, and at the airport picking up our luggage. I said, okay, listen guys, I know maybe you guys want me to do stills, but I'm gonna film it anyway, no matter what you say. And I said, okay, that's okay. And after a few shows, the manager came, and he said, "Okay, we want you to do 2 music videos." So, I mean, that was like a massive stress factor. So, like, okay, you have Monument, the new version, and you have Skulls. So yeah, so that's how it came about.
Yeah. And can you tell me about the concept behind this music video?
Yeah, as I just said, I mean, I got, as the first, I never, we did 6 music videos last year, but I never been given 2 videos from the same artist at the same time. I mean, I got so much respect for Röyksopp and Robin, and when they just handed me 2 songs, I mean, it was a massive shock in a good way. So we just stressed down in the wardrobe. This was at the Way Out West Festival in Sweden. Svein and Torbjörn just played me the tracks, and instantly I mean, with Skulls, the other video we did, I think I got this much more cinematic in my head, and much more narrative feel to it. And with Monument, they had already released a video with Max Vitali from Sweden. It's a really good director. It's Robin's boyfriend, and that was like a really epic kind of music video. I was thinking, fucking hell, what should I do now? I'm going to do the second version, and I was thinking, let's do a live video. I mean, because the feel of that version is much harder, it's much more edgy, it's much more upbeat. That's at least how it feels. I'm thinking, okay, now we're going to do that live video. Yeah.
Let's hear what the panel thinks about the music video. Who wants to go first? Francine?
Yeah, I mean, I've never wanted to go on tour as much in my life as when I saw this video.
Thank you.
But I thought, you know, because it was quite a secretive project, and so to be able to see such kind of intimate glimpses of them at their most provocative and at their most tender and at their quietest and loudest, I just think it's the perfect way to kind of sum up the mad experience that was Robin and Röyksopp. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I don't really have anything else to say.
Thank you.
Ola Martin?
Yeah. It's a great on-tour video, and the editing is fantastic, and I really love the way you have these VHS effects that really great integrated into the film. You've seen that so many times, people trying to do these effects, and it doesn't really work, but here it actually works in a good way, because it feels like you have discovered some found footage in a way that brings like the mystique and of Röyksopp and Robin really into the frame, which is that's a challenge.
It was actually made analog with my edit guy Eric Tryman, and he was like sitting in his room doing like, you know, so it's like analog process. It's not doing with like filters or plugins or whatever. It's actually done in an analog technique.
Okay, was it filmed analog as well?
Yeah, it was like taped analog. It was like he was like fucking shaking the VSH recorder and everything to get that, you know, authentic vibe. Because as you said, it's done so many times before, and I mean, like 99% it looks like shit. It looks fake, and if you're going to do it, we would decide to do it properly, and yeah, that's how it's done.
Great.
And I mean, like, you have, and same with like, you know, live music videos, seen it so many times before, and I was like scratching my head and was thinking, how can we just try to top that so it's not just another live music video? So yeah.
And just another short comment, I also like that you have this kind of heathen kind of feel to it. Like in the end, it looks like she's on a cross. Yeah, it brings depth to the video in a way. So it makes it more than a live video. It makes like a rock and roll.
Rock and roll crucifixion.
So it's nice.
Thank you.
Andre?
Did you say that there was made a like a proper music video as well? For this?
Sorry?
There was made like a regular music video.
No, the thing is this song comes in 2 versions.
Right.
Because they made an EP first, and that version of the song is like, it's got the same BPM, but it's much longer. It's like 8 minutes long. And it's like really slow in the feeling. This is more like pumpy, it's more edgy, it's more dynamic. Yeah.
So and they made a video for the 8-minute version.
Yeah, that's the one that Max Vitali did. Okay. So this is like this is a total new mix, and it's got a total new feel to it. And this is the one that's actually on the Rikes Up album.
Okay. So my problem is that I really don't like live videos. I mean, I think they're okay when they're just live videos, when they're like a document of the live performance. But as a music video, I think it's not enough for some reason.
It's
but
what?
I think it's not enough. I mean, it doesn't give me anything. It doesn't bring anything new. I'm completely alone on this because
what can you possibly bring if you decide to do a live music video? What can you possibly bring more
than this?
Yeah.
No. The point is that this is as good as it gets. This is as good as you can do.
There you go.
Possibly. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. That's a compliment.
So I was going to say that this actually works even for me, who completely and utterly hates the format. And I love the feel of the visuals. I really want to ask you more about the analog process, but I can do that afterwards because it sounds cool.
We have time for some questions now. Yeah.
Because what was it filmed on? What was like the format?
Basically, I mean, I did 9 dates, and on 8 of them it was me and a Canon 5D Mark III. But the Oslo show was shot with the multiple camera. You know, we had some guys running around with GoPros. We had the guy on Red. So that was like 5 people. But basically it's just me running around, shooting in shitty lights with a 5D. Okay.
And then the process after that, because you already said it, but I didn't understand it, so...
I mean, the glitching and all that you see, it's like an analog VHS. And that is just normal grading.
You actually recorded it onto a VHS, and then you...
No, not the whole thing.
No.
But you see that when it's like, when it turns around,
sure.
yeah. So then it's like laid on top of that.
Okay, sorry. And then you... what happened next? When did you film the VHS, or did you...
No, we did not.
You scratched it, or what happened?
You just shook it.
You shook it, the player?
Hit it, and then, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
okay,
but that's a fuck up part of it, you know. But no, I mean, the normal stuff is not. It's just basic 5D.
That's just graded to look like that.
Yeah. Basically.
Cool.
Audience, do you have any questions? I can see a question right there.
Why black and white?
Because I fucking love it. Nah, I don't know. In a way, I made 2 photo books before with Turbo Negro and Aha. And in a way, this video is a kind of a music video version of those 2 books. And I mean, the last book I did was with Aha. I traveled around the world with them, shooting on analog film. I don't know. Maybe I'm a nostalgic guy. I mean, Annie Leibovitz, we talked about her. You know, the stuff she did with Rolling Stones, I mean, just kind of formed my career and the way I look at shooting. She did, when she was like following Rolling Stones in the 70s, grainy black and white stuff. I just love it. I love that authentic feel to it, you know? Yeah.
Any more questions? No? Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the last music video by Kenneth. Nice to see you. Nice to see you back here. You are here now with the crew, the whole crew from the music video. Is that true?
The photographer bailed out.
Oh, but you have Eva. Right, from the music
Eva
video?
and Thomas is here.
Yeah.
Back there. There. And the production designer Miriam is here. Even the storyboard artist is here, I think.
Cool.
Tarjei. and probably there is, and probably some people I forget because I'm you know.
I know. But anyway, you made a music video for Kagen Nufsen and Death Crush that has been screened in 2 really high-profile festivals. And now you made this video for Eva and the Heartmakers. Maker, I'm so sorry. What do you think about the idea behind this music video? What was your idea? Yeah.
I think it's great.
But what can you tell us about the idea? Are you okay?
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's because I lost a pitch for a Swedish pop artist like 2 months before this video. And the video she came out with right before we made this was really, really shitty. And it had all the music video cliches with the artists performing and players and everything. So I wanted to do exactly the same thing and just make it cool. And yeah, that's on a personal level. And then we like sparred on the ideas and so on. Thomas and Eva is really into the whole process, so we just
So they were really involved with the idea or the plan.
Yeah, we had some meetings and we just shared ideas and just like came up with this.
Yeah. And this is a one shot, right? Like a one take.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did it turn out how you wanted it to be?
No.
Why?
Later, now I think it's cool, but when we're on set, I wanted to do more takes, but we couldn't do it because we screwed up the costumes and it rained and we were like 6 hours over schedule, and yeah, but this is the only take that works. We had to do it on 3 takes, and this is the 3rd, and it's the only one that worked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was raining like hell. The rain wasn't supposed to be there. It almost fucked up my computer and a lot of equipment. So, yeah, it was a really distressful shoot.
Okay.
It went well.
Yeah. Let's hear from the panel. Who wants to start? Andre?
Yeah. I can talk. Stereo. I think I probably already told you at some point what I thought about it, and I really love the video. And actually, I was on shoot a couple of weeks ago, which was a one take. I was supposed to tell you this like afterwards, but I thought, why not just say it out loud? And then we were supposed to ramp down to a slow motion sequence. It was a one shot, and then halfway through there was like a bridge where we wanted to ramp down to slow motion and then ramp back up to regular speed. And then I thought, fuck it, the new slow motion is fast motion, which kind of was introduced by you because it's really fresh. It's something about the fast motion thing that, because slow motion is so accessible now, anyone can do it on their iPhones. And they can do fast motion too, but it's just so analog and old-fashioned somehow that it's become really cool and visually intriguing. So we did that, and I showed it to her, and she was French, and she was like, "It's super cool. It's the new thing," and I really think it is. My only issue with this, if there are any, is that maybe you had too many ideas you wanted to put into it. Because I read somewhere, or you told me, about all the layers, which I like the layers, but then there's the short film production within the story, which I think is the weakest part. I wish I could see a version of this where everything was really elaborate and you didn't have the people going around in Marius Gensere. Maybe it's not better. Maybe this is better, but I wanted to see the version where everyone is in costume somehow and everything is taking place within this universe. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I actually got a lot of comments on the Marius Genser thing.
It stands out.
Yeah. I don't. What do you mean when you say short film, like the narrative?
I mean, no, the meta story.
Oh yeah. So you think that's a little bit in the way of the?
Maybe, I don't know.
Thing.
Maybe. What do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know either, because I kind of like it, and I kind of like that you see the props being put there, and you see. But I don't know. I just, like I said, I wanted to see the version where it's not there, and then and then judge for myself if it's better or worse. But I wondered if you afterwards felt it suited it, or if it was...
Yeah, I was just happy we got this take, because I was having my gun against my head when I watched the 3 takes we had. But yeah, I was happy with it. Actually, it's unusual for me to make it this kind of, because it's really a technical film. You do a lot of technical films. You talked about this earlier, that I mostly make narratives and so on, but that's like my main inspiration when I work on a music video. But this was more, yeah, like I said earlier, we knew that Eva was going to be in the video. Eva could perform really well, and then yeah, maybe what you're saying is that because I have to kind of have some kind of narrative in there and just tell some kind of story that kind of fits my universe. Yeah, there you go.
Francine, do you agree with Andre?
I'm not a director, so I mean, I don't look at the video in that way at all. I just kind of experience the visuals against the music and the entirety that creates. But so I kind of focus more on the more sort of visible story that I can get out of it. But I was just going to ask if you can walk us through the narrative a little bit and sort of what you had in mind.
I actually thought earlier that maybe not. What do you have? What do you see?
A few different things. I kind of saw quite a lot of, sort of feminist sort of stances happening in there, and then I thought, there were some just pure points of anger with the part with the cross, and they were quite violent images in there as well. And then, you had these really proud images standing there with a flare to start off with, and then that kind of totally contrasted with the end images where you had people sort of attacking with the flares as well. So but I don't really know what the story is there. I really enjoyed the entire thread of it and kind of the way that you were completely led through in the one shot, kind of just walking you along with it. But yeah, I couldn't really put my finger on one story. But that's not a problem for me at all. I was completely engaged the entire way through. So
Okay, thanks. All I can say is that I don't want to walk through it, but I can say it's a pop star playing a vampire in her own music video. That's all
that
I'll
narrows
say.
it down. That's good.
Yeah, so Ola Martin, what do you think about the visual concepts?
About the visual concept?
Yeah.
I don't really like one-take videos.
Me neither.
No, I've usually in a way they feel a little bit like it's just a technique. You have to bring something into it to make it a good film. So, but I'm just wondering what you think. The fast motion effect. What does it bring? What does the audience feel or experience when they have this warped kind of time effect? Any thoughts?
I don't know what the audience feels, but what do you feel?
Great answer.
You are the audience.
Yeah.
I can't answer it. Sorry.
It's okay. I enjoyed the universe that we're in, and I enjoy watching the video because I'm all the time wondering what's going to happen next. But I have some small issues with it, and I think maybe I agree a little bit with Andre that it feels a little bit halfway because it's not a very high budget video. So you have like the high budget like scenario, and then you have like the meta scenario. I think the meta scenario would really work, but I think maybe it should have looked a little better, more like high budget. But I really like the idea about spinning the camera around and just showing that this is a film production. Yeah. This is how a film production is, and this is kind of, in a way, it's also a behind-the-scene film. So that's why I like it.
Okay, thanks. I can say that the thing, I know exactly what you mean. It is a low-budget video, and it looks like a low-budget video, and but that was something we wanted to embrace, kind of. That I told people that if you do a mistake, it's okay. We're shooting in fast motion, you'll be out in 3 frames anyway. No, it's not that, but yeah, but we kind of wanted to embrace that whole thing, and when it is like that the whole way through, I feel that we kind of get around it somehow. So me personally, I like that it's a little bit. It's wrong to say documentary style, but it's not a documentary style. But yeah, I like that it's not that clean. Yeah, because usually I'm amused by technical videos, but it's not my thing really. So then I want to do it a bit rough. Yeah.
Yeah. The audience, do you have any questions?
I have one.
Yeah.
I was wondering about the camera operator. Is it a Steadicam or is it on a car?
It's on a golf car. Okay. Yeah, it's an Arri Alexa on a golf car, and with the anamorphic lens. So this guy was driving a golf car in really slow speed sometimes, and then the fastest were up, and it's like, I don't know, how much was it, Eva, when you jumped the car? Do you remember? I think it's like 20 kilometers an hour, or was it more? Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I fell out of it. What was the question? Was there? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I just like the motion. The camera motion.
Okay, thank you. I should tell that to Paul. Yeah. He'll appreciate it. And the Greek guy.
Yeah, we have another question.
It's for everyone. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
My question is just to everyone working in the music video industry. Like, what inspires you to work so hard? Because I know that in the music video industry, there's probably not a lot of money for what you're doing. So, what inspires you? And free for anyone to answer.
Oh, who wants to answer that one? Yeah.
For me personally, it's all about music. Actually, I mean, I had some record company guys. So what's next? What's your big plan after this? And I was, fucking hell, I don't have a big plan. I just love I love to work with music. I used to be like, I still am. I do like album covers and stuff for the music business, both doing stills and music now, music videos. And it's for all the love of music. And I mean, some people maybe have a tricky plan to just go straight into commercial business, and a lot of people want to do like full-length cinemas. But I mean, I love to work with great songs, great musicians, and it's all about the music.
Yeah.
Wants to?
Anyone want to add something to that? That was such a good answer. Well, I think it's a great way to wrap this up, actually. Thank you so much to our wonderful movie makers and to our panel. Let's give them a round of applause. two